Welcome back to another episode of Today in Real Estate with myself and my mentor, Dave Littleton. Today we are on episode 14 and we are in the month of August. Now, as we continue to work through this COVID environment, we've seen obviously that the market has some delays here and there. However, sales are up and prices are continuing to rise. And we've seen a few different behaviors come out of this COVID environment. And we're going to talk a little bit about 7 examples that Realtor.com shows on their website.
Yeah, one of the first behavior changes we've seen in this COVID environment is that buyers are moving pretty quickly. In the past, as of last year, buyers would look at maybe 8, 9, 10 homes before they would make an offer. Now that's down to 3 or 4. So they're moving quickly, and that's reducing the market time around the country. Market time is around 24 days nationally.
Right. Another thing that I want to bring up is the fact that a lot of buyers, their wish list, or I guess you could say their dream home requirements, are changing.
Yeah, they're changing priorities. They're looking for properties with more space. Some priorities are a larger kitchen, definitely a home office. They also want room for pets. And get this, one of the priorities we're seeing is buyers want a safe place for packages to be delivered. So that's a priority right now.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting one. And another thing, that we've seen in research is it seems that buyers are just not as concerned about commuting.
Yeah, as remote work grows, buyers are moving away from the center city. They're moving to suburbs. They're looking sometimes in smaller towns and in rural areas where the commute in many cases really doesn't matter.
And another thing that we're seeing is the fact that multi-generational households are becoming more common as well.
Yeah, many buyers in the Gen X category and baby boomers, they're looking for space for aging parents and relatives. They want a sizable living space. They need, in many cases, first level for bedrooms and bath.
Another thing that we're seeing in just the overall buyer's search criteria is their concern for just having, room for their pets.
Yeah, 43% of buyers are looking for space to accommodate their pets. They need perhaps a larger yard, a fenced space. They're looking for extra space for their animals.
Yeah, so overall, just with this whole COVID environment, we're seeing, buyers just search criteria, their dream home, their, all their requirements changing and kind of just overall adapting to this COVID environment.
Many consumers will show more of a commitment to their home buying than to long-term relationships. In the 80s, we saw 75% of first-time buyers were married. And in 2019, that dropped to about 53%. So there's also a rise in individual roommates pooling their income in order to make a purchase. So those dynamics have changed.
Another thing that we're seeing is the fact that a lot of these homeowners are staying significantly longer in their current home than what's typically usual.
Yeah, traditionally buyers would move after about 6 or 7 years in a home. Now we're seeing that maybe every 10 or 11 years. So many different dynamics are in play right now, and some are due directly to COVID. A lot of buying and selling behavior has changed, but you know what? The main thing is that we are on top of it. We're committed to doing exactly what's right for buyers and sellers during this COVID pandemic.
Right. So there it is, your weekly intake on the real estate market. As you guys can see, things are continuing to move. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your time. Be sure to comment, like, and share the show, and we'll see you next week.
See you then.
Someday.